Am I the only one that didn't know that apparently Latinos were like begging black people for support and help now that Donald Trump is trying to deport? I did not know this. I just learned in the comment section, man, in one of my videos, man. They said, yo, they was just asking us for help. Now they're blaming us for having DL men in their community. Like, what's going on over here? I was asking for help, man. So y'all know how to go down that rabbit hole. And apparently there's a whole bunch of Latinos, man, talking about black people. We need to unite. We need to come together. Trump is trying to get us out of here. It's us. Who the fuck is us? We legal. We ain't going nowhere. The worst thing we're gonna hear is somebody say go back to Africa, and we haven't heard that since the 90s. Listen, I can make fun of the situation, right? Because I don't got papers, right? The broski's an undocumented immigrant, but I've been dodging ICE since 1998 when we used to call it La Migra. And I'm out here in New York City, so I'm protected. Like the other day, they were closing in on me, right? They was about to arrest me, man. And 5 batshit crazy liberals, man, stopped walking their dogs and drinking their Starbucks, man. And they jumped at the ICE agents and said, "The broski, run!" And man, I took off running, bro. I've been running ever since, bro. They did not catch me, man. So I could talk confidently out here in New York City because I know these liberals ain't gonna allow these ICE agents to arrest me. They're like, that's our fucking immigrant. He ain't going nowhere. But he shot 2 cops. We don't give a fuck, man. Those were his cops to shoot.
Latinos in the United States have not earned the support of black people for us to be demanding, oh yeah, why aren't they coming out to protest with us? Why aren't they engaging in activism with us? Because we haven't earned it at all, in the slightest. Or did you guys forget that 46% of all eligible Latino voters voted for Donald Trump in the 2024 presidential election? Or how about the fact that racism, anti-blackness, colorism, all of these things are still very much pervasive in our communities? Bro, Latinos haven't even reconciled with the fact that they can't use the N-word unless they're also black themselves, because Afro-Latinos exist. Oh, and if we're talking about Miami, oof, you'll see the whitest MAGA Latinos be like, bro, but I grew up in the hood. I grew up around black people. In Overtown or in Liberty City, I could say it, bro. No one's gonna stop me from saying it. It's my right. I'm not racist. I have a black friend. We haven't even gotten over that. And we want black people to go to protest with us, to engage in activism with us, putting their lives, their freedom, their bodies on the line? No. I completely understand any black person that wants to just disengage, disregard us. I get it, guys. I really, really do. And we, as Latinos, as a collective, should not be harboring resentment against black people, criticizing them, getting angry at them, questioning them. No. Because we've earned this. They are completely justified in feeling the way they feel and doing what they're doing. Now, I would like to give a message to the black folks watching this video. You are completely justified in your feelings and in doing what you're doing, and I respect it. But please remember that black folks are also being affected by this persecution of undocumented migrants. And I feel like that's not talked about enough either. Here, Miami, Florida is the best example. Haitians, Jamaicans, Bahamians, Afro-Cubans, Afro-Hondurans, Garifunas, black people from all over Latin America and all over the world, Africans, just so many black people that are also undocumented that are really being affected by the persecution of this administration. And of course, much like any other entity in space, black folks in immigration detention centers, in the immigration system, are treated worse than their white, Latino, Asian counterparts. So it's really important to acknowledge that and just let you guys know. But yeah, Latinos, we need to tighten up. If you guys want the support of the black community, then earn it. Demonstrate that we can solve these issues of racism in our own communities, and please stop saying the N-word. If you're not black, don't say the N-word. It's really simple, actually.
Something interesting is happening in the US politics right now. We are seeing a lot of talk about black and brown unity, especially how some Latino communities are reaching out to black communities to work together, especially in opposition to Trump and policies that have hurt both communities. Yeah, today we are breaking down what black and brown unity really means, why Latino communities are asking for support, the power of these two communities working together, and why it could change the political landscape. Let's dive in.
All right, Latinos, mi gente, we need to do better. I need you to watch this video all the way through because it's important for everyone, no matter what background, no matter what you believe. I need you to watch this. A few days ago, I made a video about unity. You can go look at it. It's called We Are Stronger When We Unite. And the overall message of that video was, if all of the minorities, particularly the Black community, if we came together with Latinos, just how powerful could we be? What are the things that we could change? What is the impact that we could create? I was coming from hey, if we unite, we can do a lot. And the Black community showed up and they had a lot to say, and it wasn't great. But I'm thankful because they clarified that in my message, I missed very important context that changes, or more so, speaks to the truth of where we're at. We are in a very important place in history. We are in a position where how we organize, the things that we do now, today, tomorrow, in this administration, is going to determine a lot. Go back, look through my video, watch the comments. But if you notice, the overwhelming numbers that you'll hear is 92%. 92% being the amount of people in the Black community who overwhelmingly voted for Harris. Now, you compare that to the 46 to 52% of Latinos that voted for Trump. I was asking for them to come help us. And their response was, first of all, we've been doing this a lot longer than you. But second of all, you can't even help yourself. Why would we come and help you? And after reading through 150 plus comments and responding to most of them, it really dawned on me that they're right. They have been organizing and fighting and responsible primarily for the progress of this country for hundreds of years. And for us Latinos, we can't even get our house in order. We can't even agree on who we should vote for and who has our interest in mind. And not to mention now with these protests, I'm seeing people burning American flags. Why would you burn the flag of the country you're fighting so hard to stay in? Why? We are proud Mexicans. We are proud Latinos. I understand the flags because it represents who we are. But we should also be flying American flags because this is our home. This is my home. I've been here for 32 out of my 33 years in life. It is not us versus America. It is us fighting for what America is for us. And it is us learning to unite and support each other and organize. We have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of conversations that we need to have, and we need to unite and organize and do a better job of moving in the same direction, moving in the direction that is going to be good for all of us. So a lot of the comments were, don't come and ask us for help. Take care of your own house. Figure out what y'all got to do. This message has to be for you. And it was hard. It was hard to read through the comments. It was hard to comment back. It was hard to hear it again and again and again. But I'm so grateful for the Black community that showed up and had this discussion because they're right. And you know what? We do need their help, but we need to learn how to organize the way they did. Instead of asking them for help because we're the ones in trouble now, we need to learn how to organize ourselves. And more so, before we can ask anyone else to jump to our aid, we need to learn to jump to our own aid. And we need to learn to be there and support other people before we ask anyone else to come help us. So for all of the people who commented, we're sitting this one out as a Black community, y'all figure it out. I get it. And I think it's right. I think it's right because we as Latinos, we have to do a better job of supporting each other. We have to do a better job of organizing. We have to do a better job of proving that we can unite and we can organize under a common cause. And not just because we need it, but because it's good for everyone. And when our Black brothers and sisters are there and they're going through it, we have to show up for them. Unity starts with us setting the example. It starts with us making the changes that we need to make in order to help ourselves. Because other people are going to be a lot more willing to help us if we're organized, if we're moving in the right direction, and if we're doing things for others because it's the right thing to do. So if you are a Latino and you are someone who wants to make a change, and if you're someone who wants to see America be better for us, we have to learn how to organize within ourselves. We have to learn how to better understand what it is we want and do it the right way. Stop burning American flags. Organize. Learn to support each other. Don't vote because the things that he's saying, the hateful things, the hateful rhetoric doesn't apply to you. Don't vote for just what's good for you. Vote for what's good for your own family, your own loved ones, even if you don't have any family that's undocumented. We have to come together and we have to learn that until we are voting for an America that is good for everyone, it's not going to be the America that we want to live in. So yeah, I learned, and again, I've said it before, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I made that video. I'm grateful that I had so many people reach out, and you know, the love and support from that community that I felt once we had conversation, once people DM'd me and we had a chat, it was incredible. They've done so much for all of us that we don't even notice. We've benefited so much from the Black community and all of the effort that they've put in to make this country one where people like us are more accepted. It's our turn. It's our turn to lead the charge. And not just because we're the ones being attacked right now, but because we have the numbers, but because we have the power. And I think once we learn to organize, once we learn to row in the right direction, to take the charge in fighting for everyone's rights, then the Black community and every other community is going to be much more open to unifying with us. It may take time. We may not agree. We may not get a lot of this right, but I think we have to want it. And I think we have to step out of our own personal bubbles and step out of this, not my battle, not my fight, because it is. So to all of those in the Black community who saw my video, who commented and said, take care of your own house, talk to your own people, I appreciate it, because I think that's what we need to do.
Why do I keep seeing posts asking where the Black community is for the Latinos? Some lady was like, why isn't the Black community speaking up for us when we spoke up for y'all during BLM? What? Sorry for being an asshole, but I feel like some of y'all forgetting the reason why you and your marginalized group have rights is because of the Black American civil rights movement. Your parent is illegal, but you were born here, so you're a citizen. Why do you think that was able to happen? It wasn't because of you. It was because of us. Every civil liberty that my grandmother and my great-grandmother and my great-great-great-grandmother had to fight for, y'all voted against. When we were telling you that it would be in your best interest to vote for someone who looked a little bit more like you than a white man. But y'all didn't give a fuck. Remember Latinos for Trump? That's what got y'all here. Why is it my job to save a community that voted against their own right, that voted against their best interest? Why should I save you? You couldn't even save you. Why do we always have to speak up and fight for somebody? Y'all don't fight for us. Then this is coming from a community with a documented history of disliking Black people. No shade, like the colorism, the texturism, the me no black. The Hispanic woman coming on the internet unprovoked being like, oh, that's why your men don't like you. Not saying that y'all deserve to get deported, but the man told y'all that this was gonna happen. We told y'all that this was gonna happen. Other Hispanic people told you that this was gonna happen. Now it's happening. Now everybody got a fucking Pikachu face. He's been saying this since 2016. This is not new information. He been deporting people. Been deporting y'all since 2016. This is his third campaign too. This is his third time running for president. Second time winning. I don't know what y'all was expecting to be different from this time, when every single time he told y'all exactly what he's gonna do, and y'all listen and y'all fall for it. I don't know why y'all thought because y'all got papers y'all were different. You're not different. You're not different. He hates everyone who's not a white man. White man. So yeah, no shade. Stop asking where my black ass is and where my community is. We in the house. We're resting. Black people, do you hear this? We are resting. We are not fighting for anyone who actively won't fight for themselves, because that be the problem. Y'all want us to do all the fighting and then y'all just reap the benefits. You're not reaping nothing from my black ass anymore. Thank you.
Black Americans and Latinos, I've been saying for months that we need to come together and unite for something greater to come. And I wasn't speaking on the ICE protest. I was speaking on what is now currently happening. A perfect example is the apartment complex that was raided on October 1st in Chicago. That apartment complex is predominantly Black Americans. And ICE didn't just raid the apartments where they believe that Trinidad, the Venezuelan gang people lived. They raided every single apartment. And what makes things worse is that people were being dragged out of their homes, regardless how they were dressed, including naked. And they didn't just limit this to adults. This was children too. Side note, apartments were being raided even if there was no warrants for anybody living in that apartment. But here's where things get worse. A video is currently circulating the internet where it shows that a Black American is being detained by ICE, and one of the Black Americans that's watching the whole thing is yelling, "You're supposed to be doing this to Mexicans, not us." But listen for yourself.
Hey, why you choking him, man? Y'all supposed to be out here choking Mexicans, boy. Y'all
right. Let's listen one more time, but in slow motion.
Hey, why you choking him?
The amount of arrogance to believe that this is just supposed to be a Mexican thing. And also, I think you mean Latinos, because not everybody's a Mexican. But to continue, a lot of people have come onto TikTok making videos joking about if Black Americans are being detained, where are they going to get sent to? And that shows me that you guys are not aware of what's currently happening. Do you know that there's agencies that make money off the prison system? For every prisoner and every day that that prisoner spent there, there's agencies out there that make money. And this year, ICE began making money for every detainee that they hold per day. A lot of these Latinos that are being arrested and held in detention centers are not being deported. They're being held and have been in those detention centers for months. Some even have stated a year, if not longer. This was never about deportations. This has always been about money. And history has proven time and time again, when Black Americans come together with Latinos, we get things done. So why is 2025 any different? Hopefully this was an eye-opener for a lot of people who didn't believe that it would happen to them, or that they were exempt because of their quote-unquote political views, beliefs, or skin color.
On this week's episode of You Have the Audacity To, Latinos asking Black people why they aren't present to help fight against the deportations like Latinos were for the BLM movement. What? The audacity to ask such a question is absolutely insane. First of all, Black people, other Latinos begged you not to vote for this Cheeto. Begged you to vote for your own causes. And yet and still, you voted for him. Now here we are, facing mass deportations, and you have the nerve to question Black people? Not your fellow Latinos who casted the vote, not white people, but Black people. Black people who overwhelmingly went to the polls to support the candidate that they wanted, who didn't say she was going to deport Latinos. Do you see the hypocrisy? Also, not to mention, Latinos weren't overwhelmingly involved in the BLM movement. I'm sorry. Well, not that I've seen. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But as far as I've seen in my area, no.
So why Black and Brown unity matters? First, let's talk about the term Black and Brown unity. Yeah, historically, Black and Latino communities have faced systemic racism, economic challenges, and lack of access to quality education and healthcare. Because of these shared struggles, both communities benefit when they support each other politically and socially. We all know this. When Latino communities ask for help or reach out to Black communities, it's really about recognizing that their struggles are connected and that together they have a stronger voice. And that's true. Together they have a stronger voice. Recently, there has been a lot of chatter about Latino organizations and leaders asking Black communities to stand together during elections and political campaigns against Trump. This is not about dependency, it's about alliances and strategy. Many Latinos recognize that Black voters have historically been one of the most consistent voting blocs, and their support can amplify the message for issues like justice reform, immigration rights, and economic equality. In cities like Chicago, Los Angeles, and Houston, Latino activists have rallied alongside Black-led movements to show solidarity and demand change. So this kind of unity has serious political implications. Yeah, it has political implications. Both communities together represent a powerful voting force in swing states and urban centers. A joint effort can impact policies around policing, housing, healthcare, and immigration. Historically, politicians have sometimes tried to divide these communities, but when they unite, they are nearly unstoppable. So when we see the Latinos asking for support, it's really about mutual empowerment, knowing that together their voices are louder and harder to ignore. Yeah, and beyond politics, this unity matters culturally and socially because Black and Latino communities often share neighborhoods, they share schools and workplaces. What affects one community often affects the other. Yeah, collaborations have led to community programs, cultural events, and resource drives that uplift both groups. So it's a reminder that solidarity is not just about voting, it's about building stronger communities together. Yes, Black and Brown unity is about mutual respect, recognition, and shared goals, something that can reshape how these communities are perceived and treated nationwide. So here is the truth. When Latino communities reach out to Black communities, it's not begging, it's building alliances that matter. Yes, Black and Brown unity has the power to transform elections, influence policy, and strengthen communities across the US. That's the truth. Anyways, Pam, I want to hear from you. Have you seen Black and Latino communities working together in your city? Tell me, do you think this unity can make a real difference? Drop your thoughts below in the comments. Let's discuss. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because conversations like this need to be amplified. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the love and support. I really, really, really appreciate you guys, and I love you so much. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye.